Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnetqueentarot. Libras in the house. Libras in the house. Libras in the house. Libras in the house. Come on, Libras. Let's inhale, exhale twice, and then release it, shake it off. Do whatever makes you feel better. But breathing is what gets us through. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I know some of y'all didn't do it. I could feel it. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Y'all better stop playing. Shake it off, release it, do whatever works for you. But we're going to get through it. Leave that negativity outside the door. We don't let people just come in our space. We are Libras. Hello, Libras? See what is our message is for today. Because you know, we always have more than one message. We be diving in, trying to figure things out, working through. Just want to make sure it's all mixed up. What's going on? I can't wait to hear your story. I'll be all up in your business. You know it. Please. There's some cards that I just be waiting. Some signs, I just be waiting to hear what their message is. Some messages, man. Woo. Some of y'all are going through it. But you're going to get through it, you know? You could be going through it, but you're going to get through it. Ooh. Wow. You know, whenever I see the strength card, it makes me think the stuff that we have to go through in life. Because you got to find your strength to secure that balance so that you're not constantly just going through things and not picking up the lessons and messages along the way. You know, I know that's not you. Because the thing is, you get exhausted. One of the cards that constantly reflects that exhaustion is this Nine of Wands. This is one of my favorite cards. You know why? Because it's like you put yourself at a standstill. You just stop. You drop for a minute. And you ask yourself questions. What is it all for? Why am I still going through this crap? When am I going to get over this hump? Have I gone any further? And this card is reflecting, for me, this card reflects for you that you have been going through some stuff in life. And you know, like you're working on something, a project, and it's not moving as quickly as you would like. And you got to stop because you don't even know if you're as far along as you would hope. You feel like you're stagnant and you're not going any place. And then you stop. Now, this is the Nine of Wands, okay? And this to me measures the distance that you have already traveled in life. And along the way, and you know it's hot right now. This is around the United States, around the world. The weather is just crazy. Global warming, right? And you look, and you could see the work that you put in. I mean, look at the sweatband around the head. Look more like a bandage, like somebody hit you with a wand. But it's like, I'm so tired of having to constantly go through the same crap. And when you constantly go through the same stuff over and over and over as you're climbing, as you're walking on the path to achieving your goals and you're on your journey, sometimes you feel like you're going in circles and not gaining any ground. But you know that's a lie, right? It's the exhaustion kicking in. It's the frustration. It's being fed up. You know that you going the distance and you've been on that path. It's just because things may trickle in and it doesn't happen immediately, you start doubting yourself. Where am I going? What am I achieving? What am I accomplishing? Am I getting anywhere? So that's when I tell people this is like a measuring card, okay? Now you see it's 9 wands in total, right? But every wand is representing to the left what you've already accomplished, okay? So you see that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wands. Okay, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wands that you've already planted. That's the work that you've put in. That's the distance that you have come. You could even say, you could put it in mileage. You could put it in anything you want. But you've already achieved a significant amount of mileage because you've holding the 6th wand in your hand, right? Getting ready to dig a hole to put it in. If you haven't dug the hole already and you just stop to breathe. And you're looking out and you're like, I've been doing this for so long, so many miles. Am I even getting closer to my destination? So you stop and you reflect and you think and you ponder and you ask yourself needful questions. It's like, what am I doing? Is this worth all the work that's involved? Am I ever going to arrive at my destination? How long do I still have? You know, my father, whenever I used to cook, right? My dad, it could be a Saturday, and I said, "Oh, let me cook up a nice meal." And I said, "Daddy, I'm cooking this today." And I'd say, "Mom, I'm cooking this." And my father would be like, every few minutes, my dad will come in the kitchen and he'll say, "How far the food?" And he's asking the question like, "How long is it going to take before it's done?" So I always would play with him, and he said, "How far the food?" And I say, "In the kitchen on the stove." He said, "I know where it is." He said, "How far is it?" I said, "Not that far. I'm close to the stove." He's like, "Stop playing with me." And I used to do that. I said, "Daddy, we got about 20 more minutes and the food will be done." My father will come back 15 minutes. So we only have about 5 minutes to go. I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, like when you see Ice Cube in that movie, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? That's how my father used to be with the food. And as soon as he heard the pot spoon and the plates and everything, he would plant himself. You would hear his slippers dragging on the floor, and he'd come straight to the kitchen so he could enjoy the meal. My father made me want to cook because he enjoyed my food, and my mother was happy because she didn't want to be bothered. But how far is it? How long do I have? And when you step back and you look and you realize that you're holding the 6th wand in your hand, and you look, you see how far you've already come. I calculated in hundreds for distance: 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and you're holding 600, and you only have to go 900 miles. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. It may look closer together here, but this is a lot of work. And that's why you're reflecting back, because you're just exhausted. But you know what you do? You keep going because you're further along than you even realize. That pondering helped to explain why you're so exhausted, because you've come quite a distance. And that's how life is. And with life, each one could represent years. But you still got to keep going in order to achieve the completion of this task so you can move to the next level up. So reflection is good. It shows you, Drake, I started from the bottom, now I'm here. Because even if you stop right now, you're not going back to 1. You're just catching up on the next 100 miles after you finish planting the one in your hand. Life can be strenuous. Life can be exhausting. Taking a leap of faith can be exhausting, but you go through the process because you made that move. Checkmate. You're going to get through it. You're going to be okay. This is not a time to give up. It's a time to keep going, because now you realize you're further along than you once thought. So you have your strength. You have your tenacity. Yeah, have someone that's attached to you in life that you care about, but you're not sure the relationship could go the distance. And I think because you're exhausted from all that you're doing, you kind of stay hopeful, stay optimistic, stay assertive, but you're not applying as much as you should to a love acquaintance. You're having a good time with them, having fun with them, but you don't know if you want them for the long term. And you're putting the work in, you're planting the seeds, but you're tired. Especially with the summer here and how hot the sun is. It's exhausting you and it's making you reflect back on where you started. And that's what continues to keep you going, is the reflection on not being where you started from. Started from the bottom, now I'm here. Started from the bottom, now I'm here. Recognize that you're not where you used to be. Even if you're exhausted and you're tired, you're still not at the bottom where you started. Where you started. And when you complete this, you could say, started from the bottom, now I'm here. Every level you climb up, you praise yourself, you pat yourself on the back, because you did that. You did that, shiggity. Let me tell you something. You know what I do every day? I have positive affirmations. Every day is not going to be the greatest day. But you know what? As long as you're still in it, is a great day. As long as you can wake up, is a great day. As long as you can still breathe, is a great day. And as long as you can still put in the necessary work to grow, it's a great day. It's a great day. It's a great day. So even if you get into your hermit mode and you just cut everybody off for a little bit so you could reflect again and figure out how you keep moving, figure out what you need to do to help your journey along the way. Tune into yourself and ask yourself those questions and listen to yourself so you could get the response. You are stronger than you give yourself credit for. And you need to realize that when you take alone time, it's just for you to strategize and for you to figure out what the next step is going to be. But never about giving up. It's just making sure that you're following instructions to elevating to the next chapter, the next phase, the next level in your life. In your life. You're always giving of yourself to others. Always giving of yourself to others. You're not a lazy person. You're a loving person, and you will give to charity. You may not want to be a laborer, but you'll make sure that what you've earned, the work you've put in that paid you, that you give from that. You're not greedy. You share. You hold all the cards right now. And it's up to you if you finish this race. But I wouldn't see why you wouldn't. You've come so far. You're looking out to the future. You're optimistic. You're embracing what life has to offer. You're not going to sabotage yourself by giving up now, right? There's not going to be no self-sabotage involved. It's hard work. It's that sweat equity going into effect. And yes, it's true. There's some decisions that you're not sure about. But you know what? That's no reason to give up on anything. It's no reason to give up. Because you put that work in regardless. You just trying to figure things out. You're just trying to figure out, do I go left now or do I go right? You're not talking about, do I just give up? No, you're trying to figure out which path to take because you've been on course that far. But what happened is you ran into a little roadblock. So you're trying to find an alternative course path to take. But so far, so good. Now you're manifesting and you're thinking about it. You're getting in tune and aligned with yourself so that the decision will wholeheartedly be yours and you can figure out what you need to do. Success brings about a lot of work to get there. A lot of work. And you will continue thriving as long as you continue believing, as long as you continue to stay on course, as long as you continue to stay on path, as long as you continue to find out time for yourself. When is the last time you had time for yourself just to ponder and to think about life and think about everything that has already embarked on your path. When have you taken that time out to do that? Ask yourself that question. You could say whatever you want to say to me, but you can't lie to yourself. When have you stopped for self-care? When's the last time you had your back rubbed, your feet rubbed, your nails polished, soaked in a jacuzzi? When is the last time that you provided self-care or paid someone to provide self-care to you? That you took it as a priority that needs to be done so you could keep going on your journey. You have to replenish. That's why you go into hermit mode, is to be able to think and solve the issues and concerns that you may have. You take a time out, not to quit, a time out to refresh, regroup, rethink, so that you can figure out what it is you need to do. Because you take care of everyone else, you're always giving of yourself. You're always sharing. You have a heart of gold. A heart of gold. Just go back to the basics. Go back to just thinking things through. Just thinking things through. Just figuring things out as far as what you want, what you need. As far as everything. Don't self-sabotage. Don't give up. The devil is always busy. But if you focus in on you, no interruptions. Devil came out twice. So it's you wanting to give up, you wanting to allow others to dictate your path. Don't allow self-sabotage to sink in. Don't fall short and doubt yourself as to what you're capable of. And it's coming because of the pressure, the anxiety, the need to succeed and not have to go through all the crap in the middle, which is the process that you have to go through to get to the end. Okay? You may be great as a gymnast, but you can't flip your way into your final chapter. You got to keep walking and keep believing in this journey and keep believing in yourself and keep envisioning yourself accomplishing this. It's like food for thought, and you have to keep nourishing yourself and nourishing yourself and nourishing yourself. It may seem repetitive, but it's all part of the process because it makes you who you are. These experiences help to build you stronger because you are growing. Look at the growth and the expansion. You're seeing the possibilities. Look how this card just fell out. And even with the disagreements along the way, the rivalry, the stress, how people don't understand why you're still on this journey and haven't achieved what you said you were going to achieve yet. Because you can't determine when the task is completed until all the work is done. Then you could name it and claim it. But while you're still going through the process, you have to be able to stay steadfast and envision the results. You haven't gotten there yet. You're working through to get to that point. So if you embark on some struggle, okay, I put a lot of work in, okay, I'm exhausted, okay, drink some water and keep it moving. Put a hat on. It's hot. But this is no time to downplay what you've already accomplished. You know, some people may be in school and you're supposed to finish in 2 years, and here it is the third year and you still got a few more classes to complete. The journey got tough along the way. You had to miss a semester. You had to get back on track. You know what happened to you? Life. Life hits you. People, we plan all the time and things don't always work out. But that doesn't mean we give up, right? Am I speaking truth here? I want some feedback. We don't give up. We get through and we keep moving. There are too many people that fall short and blame themselves forever. I remember my friend was in school, we was in college, and she told me her parents would hate to know that she got a C. She said, "What does she do?" "What do you do?" You study so you pass the exam. If you want to retake it and study more, fine. But the thing is, not, I mean, some people ace every subject, and some people have difficulty in certain areas. But you get the help you need for that area that you're imperfect in and work to improve. You don't think of suicide and wanting to kill yourself and do all these type of things for what? This is life's obstacles. These are life's roadblocks. These are the detours. And you have to dig down and find your strength. You know how many battles you have to face to continue living and enjoying life? Some worse than others, some not that hard, some very difficult. But you know what? You have to, like, you remember the TVs back in the day or the radios, you got to adjust it and do the fine tuning that's necessary until you grasp the concept. I used to have so much problems with algebra, and I swore since middle school that algebra wasn't for me, geometry wasn't for me. But you know what? In order to graduate, you had to pass it. So what did I do? Put my nose to the grind, kept studying the subjects that I hated, and I gave them a little bit more extra time because I didn't like it. So I had to study harder because I wasn't grasping the concept. But I had to pass, and I did. I don't know how, but I know it was my tenacity, my strength, and my faith that got me through. And then they threw it at me in high school. You know, he was able to switch up some of those math classes and things like that. And then I get to college and I got to pass a class again. And everybody say, I won't ever use this in life. Why do I need it? Doesn't matter. You still got to pass it. Ain't that a blimp? So I'm just saying to you, I see the exhaustive spirit. I feel it. I feel that you're working on replenishment. And they're telling you to get your strength together because there are battles to fight. There are collaborations that are coming on the path. You just have to stay true and get through. Stay true and get through. Stay true and get through. Look at this. You already had this card in another deck, which showing you giving. You still give of yourself no matter what battles you face. No matter what challenges come your way, you still find a way to open your heart and share it with others. You know how beautiful that is? Libras, think about it. You know how beautiful it is that even when you're facing adversity in life, you find a part of your heart to put a smile on someone else's face. Even when you're going into a mode of thinking about your possibilities, your opportunities, and your growth, you still find time to look out for someone else. You might help the homeless. You might give somebody some clothes or some food. This is who you are. This is who you were meant to be. And the more in tune and connected you are within yourself, the further along you will travel and the more growth you will be able to embrace. It's about how you step forward and how you don't allow circumstances to resonate and stick with you where you feel that there's no opportunities and hope for you down the line. This is not what it's about. It's not what it's about. You believe in accomplishing great things in life. And sometimes you may, show up a little short, but the work is in there and you're not where you started from. That's how I look at it. Sometimes you take big leaps and sometimes you tread slowly at a softer and slower pace, but you still end up at the ultimate destination of achieving what it is you set up yourself to do. That's important. Even with your nurturing spirit, a spirit where you care for other people, you care about yourself, you care about growth, sustainability. You take action when necessary because the ultimate thing is to seek out that balance in your life where you could handle all that comes your way and be proud of it and hold your head high and aim forward, aim high. Sit on your throne knowing the possibilities that are coming your way and not being so wrapped up in appeasing others, but working toward appeasing yourself. This is the summer months. These are challenging times that you face. Everybody's out there. Everybody's testing everybody. And the weather is nice where you could be free and embrace your tasks. Follow your ambition. Believe in yourself. Stay strong on the journey, on the path. Seek out that balance. Continue looking forward. Continue embracing. Continue looking up to your source and asking for assistance when needed, and not being embarrassed or ashamed to say, I need help. Remember, Libras, you don't have to do everything by yourself. You don't. Sometimes you need to have that support system to help you to continue growing. And the more you go, the more you grow. The more you learn, the more you believe, the more you have faith. This is all through this process. Nobody said it was going to be easy. You was just going to walk into everything. No, because when you build up your empire, it's yours. You put that hard equity, that sweat equity, that investment into building. And don't be ashamed for it. Don't apologize for it. Because you know what? You embrace what life has to offer, and you sort through it, and you learn from it, and you build up. And when you learn all this information, what are you able to do with it after? Teach others how to build and how to eat. That is your gift, because you're a giver now when it comes to giving from what you've earned. But now you're going to be not just giving what you've earned, giving what you've learned, and helping other people to plant, to feed themselves. That is your gift. That is what you're going to be able to share. That is from your teachings to others. That is from your learning through the process. The wheel does not need to be reinvented. You're going to help others along because you've been doing it all along. You're a master at it. You don't see someone on the street hungry and walk past them and say, that's not my business. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. And as long as you give of yourself to others, you'll be rewarded down the line constantly. And doors will open for you, and you will continue growing and learning and being your best. It takes a lot of work. I'm going to tell you, it takes a lot of work to be successful at something. You know, it takes a lot of work to be successful. You know, it takes a lot of work. So allow the sun to shine through. Allow this rebirth. Allow this growth. Allow your strength to reign. Always remember you have more strength than you give yourself credit for. Reflect on what you've already accomplished and don't give up. Sort out and seek that balance in your life. And know when adversity comes, when disagreements happen, people walk away from you. At that time, it may seem like, nobody's got my back. They all full of... Nah. Your source is clearing the way for you so that people that will support you and will be there for you will be part of your life, shall be part of your life. The ones that walk away, it's better for you down the way. You understand? It's better for you. It's better for you. Because the experiences and life changes that have transpired are meant to elevate you, not hold you back or hold you down. It's showing you how to get through those signals, those messages, those points. Checkpoints, the checkpoints to make sure you're still on your right path. That's what they do with truckers, to make sure they're still on their path, that they're documenting all they're supposed to. These checkpoints are to make sure that they are on their game, They're not just riding along, not taking breaks when needed, because they jeopardize other people on the road. So that's why when you go into your reflection mode, your hermit mode, when you're pondering the possibilities, when you're learning the lessons, when you're embracing the sun, and when you're figuring out decisions that need to be made, this is through the process on your journey. This is what inspires you and it makes you aspire to do better and be better. Life, life has many challenges. And in order for you to stay on your path and stay on track, you have to be ready for them when they come. So when you're reflecting back and you see what you've already achieved, you realize that you're still on track to getting what it is you're seeking, for allowing those obstacles to be lesson plans that you have to pass and apply as needed. That's what it's all about. To tell the truth, that's what it's really all about. And you're going to click with someone if you haven't already, because it's the same type process. Somebody who's on your level, somebody that's wanting to build with you, somebody that's supportive and showing you that we can do this together. It could be just a partnership. It could be a marital union. It could be somebody you're dating that seems to bring positivity to your life. This person is someone that meets you on your level, that is going to go through the hardships with you because they have the same vision you have. And the two of you will be collaborating together to make these things happen. This is serious business. This is you reflecting. And you know what? Why you've been building along the way and you learning from other people. So you're applying the lessons to these challenges that you face. It's taking you. You riding up on the escalator right now. Going up. Next floor, please. That's what it's about. It's building your strength while you're traveling. Okay? So it's not time to give up. It's time to complete the task at hand, follow the instructions, and keep moving. You're in the escape room right now, and you got to get the clues so that you can get out to the next door. You don't want to stay stuck. And you won't, as long as you continue to believe in what it is you're assigned to do. Follow the instructions, complete your task, and rise accordingly. Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. Don't give up on yourself. And I know it's a repetitive message, but that's what's on your plate. If you give up, what's your options? All the work you invested to just say, Let me remind you of that story with the guy who was digging for gold. And because he ran and kept digging and digging, and the process was long and you had to endure so much, he finally sold all his equipment and gave up his deeds to the land. A couple weeks later, the person he sold it to, it was all over. The Pony Express was taking the message to let everybody know. Let everybody know. I struck gold. So the years, the time, the investment that other person put in made it easier for that person to get closer to the mark and actually hit it as the target and strike gold. How do you think, we can't change the past, but how do you think that person that had spent so many years digging was that close to hitting gold and gave up? My husband always says to me, remember to finish everything you start. Sometimes you start something and you say, it's not working. Isn't there any way you could improve on it? I mean, if you've tried everything and beat it like a dead horse, then there's nothing you could do. But when there's other perspective, other lenses you could look through on something, why don't you just take that leap of faith and look for another way to attain that same goal? Maybe that wasn't the road. Maybe there was another exit. Have you ever gotten lost and end up finding your way? I've done that. I've gotten lost and keep going at something. The next thing you know, I found another route to the same destination. That's when you become an investigative reporter. You're looking at every angle. Perseverance. You're answering your own questions. You're seeking out answers to questions. And you're building and you're learning and you're teaching, and you shall receive. And you know why you will receive, Libra? Because of what? Not just the sun piercing, okay? Not just optimism and a positive outlook, but it's because of the fact you give. You give of yourself, you share, and you embrace. Don't stop now. Don't stop now. Anyway, you know me. I can go on with y'all messages forever because these things just be piercing through and you seeing all the objectives and everything that's laid out there. Libra, you got a plan. You just have to completely execute it and don't fall short. Don't listen to nobody else. They don't have all the answers. Dig deep inside and listen to your intuition and seek out your answers to those various questions. What is the message for you? Oh my gosh, Libra. Libra. Oh my goodness. This makes me feel so good. What did I just ask you? What is your message, right? What will hold you up when things aren't even working the way that you wanted to? Can you answer that question? I'm not even going to tell you what this card says right now. Can you answer that question? What do you see in your mind's eye that will get you through? What are you thinking about it? What would keep you together? Look at that. Faith. I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. I will achieve my goals. I shall achieve my goals. I am deemed to achieve my goals. I live in the present and I have faith in the future. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hello? Hello, somebody? Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Listen to me. Listen to me. Oh, y'all want me to curse today. What in the heck? I ain't gonna curse. What in the heck? Look at this. Do you see those words right there? What does that say? Faith. I'm sorry, I hate when people do that with their cards and they put it way up like that for you to see, but it's to let you know. I'm not making this up. This is real. This is real. This is what the card said. Out of all these cards, this is the card that came out. This is the message you need to hear. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Y'all got my dreads shaking. You got my dreads shaking, okay? You got my dreads shaking right now. You got my dreads shaking. I'm telling you. Faith. I live in the present and I have faith in the future. I firmly believe in my value within the universe. That's it. That's the cherry on top of the cake. Can't say nothing more. You have to have faith. You have to have strength. You have to have a positive outlook. You have to be willing to face adversity. You have to be willing to face disagreements. You have to find time for yourself to figure out what it is that you want. You got to have that strength, okay? You got to be constantly giving of yourself to others while embracing yourself. You know that new beginnings are coming. You know that some folks just don't get it. You reflect on all your options. You reflect on how far you've come. You're steadfast on your journey, okay? You're not going to self-sabotage by giving up. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you got somebody lurking around the corner wanting to be with you, but you focus on getting your act together. You know growth is coming, expansion is coming, things are happening in your life. You're ready to embrace it. You're optimistic. You're making the hard decisions. Come on now. Come on now. Please, you seeking that balance in your life. You know that you're getting into a union with somebody because you're not doing it by yourself no more. You have a support system because you kept the faith and kept moving on. Nothing left to say, Libras. You doing the shiggity. You doing the darn thing. It's time to elevate and escalate so you can be where you need to be. This is not a game. This is your life. Embrace it. Recognize it for what it is and stop sulking when things don't work out. Keep it moving. Keep that shiggity moving. This is about you accomplishing your goals and dreams. I don't care who try to mess with you. You don't feed into their nonsense. You don't feed into anybody that got that crabs in a bucket mentality, because you're not having it. Because you are becoming more aligned and in tune with yourself and recognizing your attributes and your gifts and sharing it with others. Because you are what? You are a giver. You are a giver. You, Six of Cups, you are a giver. You always giving. Love on life, love on yourself, and don't you dare, don't make me catch you. Don't you dare give up on nothing. You're stronger than you give yourself credit for, and you better believe it. Stop the madness of thinking that you falling short or you less than. You're on the right darn path. Who gets this many amount of blessings if they're on the wrong path? Who? Who? Not you. Because you put work in, you invest in yourself, you invest in your dreams, you invest in your life, and you are persistent. So shut down any noise of giving up. Shut it down. Get me upset today. You know how much stuff coming for you, Libras? I'm serious. Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. Be your best self and stop the nonsense of feeling sorry for yourself. You got too much gifts lining up and rewards for you coming in. This is not the time, I'm sorry to tell you. Unfortunately, you got to stay on your path because you are going to hit it big. Unfortunately, all those people that are trying to attack you will not succeed. Unfortunately, you're not a loser. You're a winner. So that's fortunate. Stay strong, believe in yourself, and keep it moving. What the heck? You don't see all the gifts coming for you? You about to hit your goal. You better be willing to receive. Come on now. Put that work in and grow. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Garnetqueentarot, where we share our messages with each other so we can learn and grow and gain the knowledge necessary to proceed forward. Ooh, Libra, you coming into yours. Hello. Hello. Take care. Talk soon. Have a good one.